What's up, everybody? Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the channel. How you doing today, huh? Let me know how you're doing. Did you take your 2,000 steps at least? Drink a little bit more water? Take the stairs instead of the elevator? I mean, as long as you don't leave like me at the 10th floor, which is pretty much an exercise like, wow, I have to take the elevator. Anyway, take care of yourself. And let's go together, check this out. As you know, a lot of stuff is going to be unsealed, everything, but it's going to be ching expensive. I read it's going to be like 50 cents for page of all this stuff from the trial. Unsealable, like Tag suggested from that umbrella guy. Maybe we should do a pool of money where all the YouTuber, like chip in to get all this stuff out so that not everyone has to rebuy it. Otherwise, I don't know how many hundreds of pages can be of this stuff, but it could be a lot. So if it's in the thousands of pages, then you realize that 50 cents a page is going to be steep very quickly. So I was actually going through this exchange of text message between the plaintiff and the defendant. Sorry, I don't have a... I'm just doing it in purpose. I apologize. I don't mean to... to anybody that unfortunately has a stutter. I was just kidding. So anyway, as you can see, this is exchange between the two people, and I find it absolutely interesting. You got the time on this side, and of course I was wondering if the black side here, that perhaps most likely is going to be JD text, will be revealed or not. That could be interesting. So let's follow like the chain reaction here of AH, where she's referred as Slim right there. And as you can see, the message starts to go on here somewhere. It's 9:16, I suppose, in the evening or morning, I don't know. So Monster is back. This is him. Runaway, first sign of trouble, of Troijble. This is not the man you Promovious you will be. Promised, swore to me you will be. I feel disappointed. Rat that is. Come grown. Face the shit and we can do anything. She keeps going like there is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 messages in a row. No reply. Several minutes, but only if you do that. We will never grow or go anywhere. I start to do what you do, which I will in order to Toro text myself. Otherwise, let's grow together, fix what we can, deal with what we can't. Sounds okay? Please come home. Let's apologize to each together and okay. Yeah, that's the fact. I'm gonna leave all of this in. My brain is kind of trying to put together the pieces of the puzzle. I'm like, all right, not go to bed mad. Sounds okay? Sounds like the priority in the long run. Come home, don't be the monster, be the man, please. Let me remind you of what you said. I shouldn't have to talk you into being the man you premiered to be. In fact, I realize in doing so, promise to be. Alright, there is some correction. This man is here. One you swore to me you wouldn't be a week ago, and now we are back here. Please answer. Don't be that. Please just answer. Stop! Please don't do that. Please just answer. Wow, this is the same period. This is the same half an hour, 20 minutes. It's interesting because all I take from this, apart from the vacuity, and some like this name thrown around of the monster, it's like probably it's more about his mannerism, the behavior, probably that he's I get the feeling that in this period of his life, JD was avoidant. He's running away. It's actually seems pretty clear. This is not the behavior of somebody. It's like he's avoidant. He's avoidant. He's trying to stay out of the heat, because as you can see, like bam, 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 keeps going. So if you're on the receiving end of somebody that seems like having a half an hour of whatever, like this person is going through, which probably live will be, maybe even more intense. There is intensity here. So please call me, please. I don't want the monster. I need my man. I need to talk to you, please, Johnny. I'm still your wife. Don't force me to be something else to you. Little threat. This is taking me for granted, and I can never stop. I wonder what she was referring to there. I can never stop before this turns into something far darker. Wow. Few threats right there, seems. Allegedly. Please, Johnny, don't do that. Please, answer the phone. The phone? Okay? Doesn't this mean anything to you? I don't know, I didn't reply. So far, Johnny hasn't replied in a long while. Please, I deserve more, and you know it. Now the entitlement after the threat. Just speak to me, I love you. And now also the sort of like love bombing. Despite how hurt I was last week, yet I love you, but it's not for granted, because somehow last week I was hurt. We don't know why. In the end, and forgave you. No. Where were you? So, whatever Johnny did, apparently she forgave him, but she also loved him. But not without reminding him that, bad boy, please call me baby. Desperation. Please, I'm very upset. Please call me back. This is not the way you want me to treat you when you're mad. Then there is a reply here. Unfortunately, we cannot see that. But anyway, body. This is nothing to do with the conversation. Sorry, that means like the text that will follow. Please, I deserve more, and you know it. Just speak to me. More entitlement. I love you, despite how hurt I was last week. This is the same thing. What? You show me the same thing? You show me the same thing? Why do you show me the same thing? Don't show me the same thing. I look like a fool. Sometimes has passed. It seems like more or less half an hour. I did not freak out last night. I got it sets, and that is different. I am human, and you are too. So this is in response to a reply that we cannot see. But apparently it seemed that JD said something about last night, which she replied immediately, I did not freak out last night. Like denying probably the accusation, or the reminiscing of the event of the night before from Johnny, right? I did not freak out last night. I got it set, and that is different. So it's different than probably another argument that they had, because, she argues differently. I'm a human. The human part seems like it's a long tradition of throwing this phrase around for quite some time whenever there is the necessity of kind of justifying whatever behavioral issues are displayed in the relationship. I'm a human. Let's read a little bit of that. And you are too. Just in case Johnny was having doubt. You never know. You never know. He maybe thought he was a giraffe. You don't know. Made a promise to each other to allow each other to be that without freaking out at each other in response. Okay. Upset. Very different. The upsetting, I suppose. There is a reply, probably not very long, and then PAM! We get more. You want to split and bail every time he gets tricky. Anytime that you feel it's justified to bail on someone because it's too hard to, because they are phone book freaking out to find that it's the life you would like to live in, just know that it's not a double standard. Okay, so far I think double standard, I understood. And that means I get it too. Something, the double standard. Yes, that means the next time that you will get slightly upset with me for reasonable means, I get to freak out and then bail on you. Just as long you're okay with that, fine. But you just so you where I have never ever left you for the night. I've never split on you and stayed the night at someone else's house, whether it was my own house in a different part of town or not. I have never bailed on you, not since we were serious. Wow, I think we need some kind of, we need Egyptologist, I suppose, here. Probably they could help. I'm just saying, they might be able to translate this. Actually, kidding aside, I think I, again, envision a little bit of this justifying her own kind of manners in which she argues, and she's trying somehow to shorten the distance between probably an argument that probably was led by him in another manner, in another instance, with this other event of the night before, or, you know, like trying to retaliate against him in terms of like, now he's split because he doesn't want the heat of this, right? And she's trying to drag him back into blaming him, basically, you know, for foreseeable future if something will happen, and she will behave like he does, how we would feel. So again, me, whatever you do, it's affecting me more than me. What I'm doing is actually affecting you, perhaps. No, it's your fault, and you make me feel like this. I'm gonna use the taser next time on you, and it's your fault. I cannot help myself. I have to think of Misery, the movie. So let's keep going. Never work it out when the first and only thing that we allow each other to do is bail. Oh man. Now that it's free reign for both of us, let's see how long we last. Free reign about, I suppose, like what is it? Like opening up the relationship? Up to you, to me. I've never done this to you, and you know you have to told me it's okay to do when you feel provoked. I suppose he probably never done it because he splits, and probably he's always on the receiving hand of a certain behavior. That's why you never done it to him, I suppose. I think that says all I need to hear from someone who 2 days ago told me how committed to their marriage they were and how sorry they were for being the monster, allowing the monster to make decisions like this for them. If you, Johnny, can talk to the monster and take control over him when he makes decisions like this for you both, then how do I know which one I'm living with at any given time? Any given time. I want to start a family. How do I feel safe if you can just split in the middle of the night when the monster tells you that it's justified because you feel offended? Wow, this is so interesting because, you know, like this whole like picture of this word, you know, monster, it seems like, again, not really fitting with the, first of all, with the whole argument here. It seemed much more like I pointed out before, just like the guy tries to split and go away, and that's it. And she labeled him like this, something that it's more than what it really is. In other words, like she basically tagged him in a way, you know, she gave him a name just to make him feel probably worse about this behavior that he exhibits when they are in an argument, which is probably leaving and stay silent, being avoidant, because he cannot take all these barrages of messages and constant like harassment in this way, because this is intense, you know. Like I said, this is quite intense in an hour or so of bomb. I cannot really imagine to be next to a person that has to control this whole conversation constantly. Guess what? I felt offended when you told me that you would be right back after I told you I was ready to go to bed, after you said you wanted to go to bed. And then you didn't come back for over an hour and a half. Wow. After I was already in bed, don't you think I felt offended then too? Again, always about how he made her feel. But does that mean then I go to take off in the middle of the night? If I did, how seafood you feel? How seafood, I don't know, how seafood feel in planning a future with me, knowing that I couldn't control myself at all, even when I was mad. Again, blaming him. I kept them there to wait for you, since you said you'd be 10 minutes. This is probably, again, for your info. This is again a reply of Johnny. Wow. And then we had dinner and talked an hour plus without you, and finally, as they were leaving, that is when you finally came downstairs, which was fine. I didn't even say anything about that, but the thing is, you didn't even allow me to respect or dignity to let me know that you were still over there, or that things are running late in an hour and a half is different from 10 minutes. Oh, good mother of God. What a drama queen. It is the difference between my sitting around waiting for you, me, eating dinner to me, getting ready for bed, phone asleep or not, but I still didn't even get mad at you about that. But if you were me and the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel? Would you be cool? I highly doubt that you would. I've seen sunshine and smiles when I go back to that bed after spending an hour and a half at Rogis without a single word for you, especially if you were waiting up for me because I was tired. I could have been simple as I'm sorry, same way as it was last night, and we fell asleep in each other's arm. I fell asleep apologizing. Why would you apologize? For what? And woke up the way for feeling that were valid yet mishandled. That was the way to handle things. Oh, Jude. Oh my God, man, I'm drunk on words. It wouldn't have been perfect in a perfect word if I hadn't had any bad feelings at all. But you and I are both grown-ups who live in real world and know that won't always be the case. So instead, we have to do our best when they come up. Again, Johnny replied, I don't want to fight Hochu. I don't want to fight Hochu. I just want Hochu. I don't want to fight Hochu. I just want to know if you left for the night. You can't do that unless you're ready for me to do the same. That's not marriage. I'm calling you now. I don't want to fight. Please pick up, okay? It's funny. It's funny, like that. It's sort of like preparing the terrain. Like she's literally doing this for almost an hour. Bum, 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 and then like now I'm calling you. Don't worry, we're not gonna fight. Please answer. Just do everything you learned from them. That's what you get. Then he said something long here, and then she replied, you too, goodbye. Please organize with Sis tomorrow for when you want to get your stuff. Is it this another day? This feels like it's another day. I don't think you can handle any change. I wouldn't have been nice. It would have been nice though if you could. But a marriage isn't this. It isn't something you run away from. I think you have made that clear. I'm sorry. I didn't think I can make you happy. I hold you accountable. Enjoy your time there at 80. I told you last time, when you leave, you're gone. Enjoy your time there at 80. Wow. Is it referring to age? This is still her, right? Enjoy. I loved yours sincerely. I'm sorry for having issues. Again, reply. We don't know what it is. I'm sorry for having issues. What You disappearing for so long without telling me. You deserve someone who won't actually care. I'm sure you'll find her, still her, with, again, threatening. It would have been nice though if this is the same thing. I'm not going to call you to say I love you, that's all. Pick up or don't. Either way, it's fine. I'm not sure when we'll speak again, but I wanted to end things in a respectful way. In case you don't answer, I'll try you some other time when I'm ready. I hope you respect. Reply, I'm here at the front door. Can I come in and talk? Don't want to fight, I just want to talk. My freaking God. Oh my God. Reply, thank you for talking to me. I didn't care about the facial. It was more about trying to recover the day and not completely destroy the relationship. Well, you know. Anyway, thank you so much for doing that. I hope Bruce is okay. And even more, I hope you are. This is so sad. I feel completely devastated. And I can't say is sorry. This is just an idea. Maybe you're not feeling up for it. That's okay too. But maybe we could do something tonight. Just the two of us. Maybe we have dinner alone, watch a documentary, or eat somewhere, or out on the patio, anything. But just the two of us. Would you feel up for a date tonight with me? Oh my God, can you imagine going through this type of energy, you know, this type of continuous demand? I'm really curious what Johnny said. I wonder if this was redacted by his team, and it will be available in the future. I don't know, more or less I get the meaning. But again, you see like how much she's really literally chasing after him like non-stop. It's interesting because already by seeing the dynamic in this text exchange, right, you can actually tell a lot. And definitely you can tell this is a person that it's been said a lot, and I've said it from the beginning. You can clearly see that this is not a person that is afraid of the person that is trying to reach. It's so incredibly amazing that when you look into details, and instead of taking snippets where were used in the trial, but you go through the whole conversation like we did, it becomes quite evident of the type of energy, and also I would say allegedly manipulation that took place, which is quite powerful when you put it into context. So I'm pretty sure also people which are professional in the field of psychology probably would understand more from the dynamic of these text messages. So once again, we got a little bit of insight on something that was bound to, honestly not end well, and it was already clear this time. I think likely, of course, things went the way they are nowadays, but can you imagine if they didn't manage to come to the conclusion to end it sooner? Actually, if anything, JD should have seen through this and probably act on it way earlier. To me, this is already, honestly, for me, this is as a person, if I had to go through this, for me, it's already so much red flags because there's so much demand, there's so much pressure about nothing, it seems, that I would have already probably stopped the relationship way before. Anyway, guys, I thought this was interesting to do while we wait also for more stuff to be released. Please let me know your thoughts on this. Leave a comment. Thank you so much for the support. And if you want to subscribe, of course, you're absolutely welcome. Always spread love. Ciao.